everybody, it's Chris Eads, Wootini over at GayGamer.net, here with another weekly video podcast. This week, I want to start by admitting that I put Persona aside. I'm sorry. It's not that I didn't like it. I mean, I was starting to feel the grind, as I did with previous Persona game, but I put it aside because the PlayStation Network had a big sale again, and I'm tired of spending money on games that I don't actually play. So, since this one wasn't $1, if it's $1, I don't mind setting it aside and being like, I'll get to it eventually because it's only $1. This was $4.50, and I mentioned it last week, but I caved and bought Touch My Katamari because it was $4.50 and I'd wanted it, you know. So I said, you know what, let me just get it. And because I spent $4.50, I was like, well, I can't just let that sit while I play Persona, because that's going to take forever. Let me just play a little bit of it and see how it plays, and whatever. So, over this past week, I haven't touched Persona, because I've been playing Katamari. Because it's super fun, and it's Katamari. I have to say, I mean, the graphics and the wacky storyline are completely awesome, in keeping with the Katamari tradition. The soundtrack is slightly disappointing. I feel like each successive game in the series has had not as good of a soundtrack. But that might just be because I was obsessed with the first one. It's fun. I'm not completely crazy about the little squeezing and stretching on the touchscreen to stretch out and squeeze your Katamari into a thinner or fatter shape. Like once or twice, I've encountered a place where I'm like, oh, I want to get in there, and the only way to do it is to go squoosh and go in. But it's an awkward control scheme, because anytime you combine joystick and button controls with touchscreen controls, it's gonna run the risk of being awkward. Like, it's okay in like an RPG, where there's time to stop and press the screen and whatever. But here, you're timed. You're on the clock. So, you know, like trying to do that and get it awkward and then get back on the joysticks and get back in there, it's, you know, it's a bit much. I didn't even try the, they have a full touchscreen only control scheme that I was like, bitch, please, no. Like, I want my 2 joysticks, as you're supposed to have. Like, that's the way to control Katamari. Like, classic control scheme or nothing. But I'm enjoying it. It's fun. Although it's weirdly, I feel more difficult than I remembered it being. Maybe I'm just not that good at it anymore. But there's one level in particular where, like, I can barely get... It's supposed to be 2 meters big. I can barely get it to be 2 meters big in the time limit. And then I can get just a little bit more before I run out of time. Like, I can't get a lot of points for that Katamari. It's like a really hard level for some reason, and I'm not sure why. The other ones aren't that bad, although obviously, you know, I'm not getting like 100 points on every level, because they're not easy. They gotta get you coming back for more. So, soon I will put it back, and I'll go back to Persona, because Katamari is a good thing, and that's a good game to have as a download that's just sitting on your memory stick on your Vita, so that you can just go back to it whenever the mood strikes. Because every so often, you're just in the mood for a Katamari. Over on the 3DS, I have been playing Pokemon Rumble World. I tried that out. That's the new free game for the 3DS. It's free to download, just like the other one, the Pokemon Shuffle. And, you know, presumably you can spend money to keep playing it and get more stuff and whatever, but you can play it completely for free. I've only played it a couple of times. I feel like whatever the hook is that's supposed to get you addicted to it is missing me somehow, because I'm not seeing it. Like, I'll play it and I'm like, okay, that was fine, I collected some Pokemon, okay, and now what? Oh, do it again? Oh, alright, I guess. And it's just sort of there. Whereas with Pokemon Shuffle, it's a puzzle game, and it's that kind of addictive puzzle game matching thing that you use up your 5 turns, and then you're like, dang it, I'm not wasting money on this. I'm gonna just wait, and I'll play it again later. Because what I'll do is I'll play it on the way into work, and I'll play it again on the way home from work, and it'll reload, and it'll be fine. But I'm also reaching the point with the Pokemon Shuffle, though, where it's getting really, really hard. And, you know, that's what happened with Candy Crush, is that I played a Candy Crush level, and after like a week or two of trying to get through this level and just not doing it, I was like, this has stopped being fun. So far on Pokemon Shuffle, I can still go back to previous levels and try to get, you know, there's Pokemon I haven't caught, so I could go back and try to catch those. But now it's not just the bosses that are really obnoxious, it's regular Pokemon are like really tricky to catch, and it's like Candy Crush. They make it really, really hard, so you want to spend money to get the bonuses and stuff to help power you up and get through the level. And I'm refusing to spend any money on these free games. So I'm not sure how much longer I'll be playing Pokemon Shuffle. That might only last for a little while longer before I finally go, I'm done. I also haven't bought the new Mii Plaza games. The zombie one looks cute. The fishing one, I don't know. The fishing one I feel like would be... I feel like that's like the flower one, where in concept I think it's a good idea. It's a nice, calm, easy game, just like the puzzles where you just sort of grow a flower, you go fishing. But I feel like I'd get bored with it like I did with the flower game. But the zombie one looks cute. But I haven't spent the money on those yet, because I'm not sold. Although I feel like I need to, because there's all these new hats and costumes and such for your Mii that you can buy with your Plaza tickets. For those of you who don't know, in the Mii Plaza games, you can, every time you get like an achievement kind of a thing, you reach a goal, you get a Plaza ticket, which you can then use to buy a hat or a costume that your Mii can wear. And there's like a ton of costumes and hats that I've never touched because I don't have that many tickets and I like to save them for ones that I actually like. So I feel like there's more stuff than there are tickets you can earn from these games. Although also, because they are achievements, there are certain goals that I'm never going to reach, because like with the shooter game, I'm never going to do the things that you need to do to get those tickets because I just don't have those skills. I am getting back into the flower game because I discovered that there's like a ton of Plaza tickets I can get if I do like the jobs for the flower shop. So I could get some tickets there, because I had 2 tickets that I'd been sitting on forever and ever and ever. And now with the release of these 2 new games, they apparently released a bunch of new stuff, because they have word balloons, which I'm like, oh, whatever, I'm not wasting on a word balloon. I only had 2 tickets left, and they had a KK Slider hat and a Mr. Rossetti hat. So obviously, I was getting those. So now I have no Plaza tickets. So I don't even want to look to see what the daily hat is, because I don't want to see what that stuff is, because I won't be able to get it and I'll be really frustrated. And that's where I feel like Nintendo has kind of missed the mark, because you only get Plaza tickets by buying those games and then playing them and doing certain things in them. And I'm like, if they gave me like 10 Plaza tickets for $1, I would totally go to the eShop and buy Plaza tickets, so that I could buy these little hats and word balloons and costumes and whatnot. Which is weird, because I don't normally like to buy useless DLC crap like that. But I would totally do that for Plaza tickets. Is that weird? I don't know. And speaking of spending money on DLC, obviously I bought the Animal Crossing DLC for Mario Kart 8. And because I never bought the Zelda DLC that came out before, I decided to buy the pack, because I thought, what the heck, it's only a little bit more, and it'll give me more options as far as the carts and the characters to choose from and whatever. And it's cute. I mean, oh, the Animal Crossing level is just lovely, because I am an Animal Crossing freak. And all it does is make me want Animal Crossing on the Wii, which is probably not the point. But it did get me to play Mario Kart again, which is the point of DLC, really. You know, to get you back into the game. Like, that's why I would always play Rock Band and Dance Central and SingStar, because there was regular DLC being released for it. So there'd be a song and I'd say, I love this song, let me break out the plastic instruments and we'll play Rock Band again. But I haven't played Mario Kart in forever, so I was like, oh, whatever. And I'm not going near that 200cc no, that's too fast for me. I might try it once just to see, but I think that it'll just be ridiculous. But looking at that Animal Crossing level, racing through there, I wanted to stop my car, get out, and walk around. Because that's what I want. I want Animal Crossing on the Wii U now. As much as I love having Animal Crossing in the palm of my hand, in the portable version, so that I can bring it with me wherever I am, and I never have to miss a day, oh my god, it's going to look spectacular on the Wii U. And I can only hope that at E3, Nintendo reveals that as one of their big announcements at E3, that there is an Animal Crossing Wii U coming, hopefully this fall. Would be spectacular. Fingers crossed. I'm hoping. But that's it for me this week, and I will see you next week, and I'll have more gaming crap to talk about. Bye!